This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Oh, lovies! Today's trippers are already getting into character.
It's great that you think I look like an antiques expert, but with you looking like an eccentric millionaire, we can both blag it.
Yes, we're on the road with fellow actors and very good chums, Nigel Harman and David Bradley.
It's nice to spend time with you, actually.
I think it's about 6 years or so since we...
Last kissed?
Last draw veil over that, shall we?
Is that
Nigel's big TV break was as Walford's wrong-un, Dennis Rickman. He's more recently graced our screens as Downton's dastardly valet. David's career has seen him playing such iconic roles as the Good Doctor, the wicked Lord of River Run in Game of Thrones, and Hogwarts' sinister caretaker. But it was another caretaker that first brought these two together, starring in Harold Pinter's celebrated play.
So there's a bit of competition about this thing, but we're not going to fall out, are we?
Well, no, but I have bought my knuckle duster in case it gets tasty.
Steady. Their chariot today is this rather splendid Porsche 968.
It's lovely.
I've never even been a passenger or driven in a Porsche in all my 99 years. Have you been to an auction before?
Don't think I have. Do we get to do the paddle? You know when you hold up your paddle to bid? Does that happen?
We don't bid ourselves.
Oh, right. Can't we push the prices up on our own gear?
No.
I think I'd better explain the rules for Nigel's benefit. You get £400 each to spend, and here are your two experts to help you spend it.
The sun is shining. Have you got your sun cream on?
I have, and look, we've got a roof, or no roof. It's gorgeous. Oh, we don't seem to have a wing mirror here, Tash. What happened?
Well, just you keep me right. That's all I'm saying.
Sun-kissed auctioneers Natasha Raskin-Sharp and Christina Trevanian in their 65 Triumph Herald are on hand to keep the lads in line.
So, David Bradley looks particularly sweet, doesn't he? And Nigel is a heartthrob, is he not?
Well...
And you would think butter wouldn't melt.
Yes.
Alas.
But they are two of the baddest boys on the screen, aren't they?
Oh, they're gentlemen, really.
Good luck.
Thank you, and you.
I hope we're still talking to each other, but...
Yeah, well, me too. I hope there's not going to be tears before bedtime.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Easy, Tiger.
Oh, my
Hi.
God. Hello. You can barely get
nice
out.
driving the Porsche.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes,
David.
hello.
Good morning, Tasha.
Hello. Hi. My goodness.
Yeah, I love this. Bit of vintage.
Absolutely. 1965.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You can tell that just by looking at it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
This
impressive.
is how good we are.
You fancy having a bash with this one?
Well, yes, if I can remember what to do with my feet.
You'll be fine.
lovely.
I think we'll step way back. We're just gonna just give you lots of room.
Yeah.
Right, let's make tracks then.
Oh, hang on. Oh,
You might want your
thank
hat.
you.
It's got a
I might do.
sunroof.
Thank you. Here we go. Whee!
Yep, I think it's going to be a hot one.
You were naughty in EastEnders and very naughty in Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
I was a big Downton fan,
Were you?
and I was very cross with you.
I know people were. It was the morning after it happened. I was walking along the road in Covent Garden and I saw this homeless guy. And as I went past him, he looked up and he went, "Naughty, naughty."
And talking of bad boys, viewers of a nervous disposition might want to leave the room for a moment.
Your character in Game of Thrones, I have to admit, I haven't seen the scene in which you are particularly brutal at this red wedding.
Well, you better catch up because there's going to be a quiz.
All right. I thought you were going to say there's going to be a reenactment. Oh, no. Apparently it was very, very gory.
Well, it was. This guy, he's a family man, and he's got about 15 daughters to marry off. Rob Stark promises to marry one of his daughters and then reneges on the deal. So, what do? You know, you massacre the entire family.
Crikey, let's hope none of the dealers get on the wrong side of him today. On this trip, we'll be zigzagging our way down the country from Oxfordshire to Somerset before heading back north for an auction in Winchcombe. Oh, I say. After starting off in Oxfordshire at Wantage and heading southwards, we've come back to the Cotswolds and the genteel little town of Winchcombe. There goes the neighbourhood.
Good morning. Good morning. That was really discreet arrival there. Well done.
Yeah, I
Good
thought
work.
we need to wake up the neighbours.
Hello. Oh,
You all right?
very
Very
well.
well.
How are you?
Okay, getting there.
Let's go make some money.
Is hoping that British Bespoke Auctions is the place to do it in them. David and Natasha spent £255 on 5 auction lots, like this little sweetheart.
It's a fun thing.
It's not practical.
It's not practical.
Okay.
Therefore, it's out.
Do we think this is gonna... I mean, I'm not intimidated by this at all.
So you know what? I think you probably should be.
Oh, really?
Nigel and Christina also bought 5 lots for a total of £195. Gout, stool, anyone?
I have to say there's something a little bit unattractive and yet weirdly appealing about it.
Yes, that's right. It's very watchable. I should think a bit of analysis, you know, for a budding young psychiatrist, that would appeal. Obviously an original, it's
Yeah.
not like a copy.
Victorian, I think, that could make a profit for sure.
It's getting busy in here, and bidders are queuing up online too. So let's see what's caught the eye of auctioneer Nicholas Granger and his able assistant Bella.
This is a great piece. Walder Frey, Lord of Riverrun. This would make a fantastic wedding present and an investment for the future. These tiles, I think, are going to be worth quite a lot of money in the future. So put your money where your mouth is, and I think that could be a good one. So a pair of Victorian oil lamps with brass fittings, wall mounts, quite collectible because there's a pair. That's unusual. I think they'll do quite well.
Mind your ear. Thanks, Nicholas. I bet he gets through a lot of suits. Right, you lot, let's get settled in.
Yeah.
This is exciting, isn't it?
You ever been to an auction with a parrot?
Will our first lot be a high flyer or for the birds? Nigel's sewing machine next. I feel a stitch-up coming on.
How much did you pay?
£18.
OK, he'll start the bidding on the second sewing machine. OK, he'll start it off at £15. At 15 we have, and looking for £18 now. At 18 in the room, that surprises me. That's £3 more than I thought. At £18 there, at 18, looking for 20 now. 20 now. At 20 in the room, 20 and 2.
Are you a ventriloquist?
20 would you like to go? At 22. And 5, sir? 25. At 22 at the back of the room. Another £2. At £22.
Bravo, bravo,
Yeah.
bravo.
Yeah,
Sold
respect,
to David
respect.
Bradley.
They're not laughing now, are they, Nigel?
I'm a natural. I'm an absolute natural.
Yeah.
Next up, David's hefty bit of Victorian drainage.
Who'll start me off with £20 on that? At £20, got to be worth £20. At £20 here, and looking for £22. Looking for £22. We have 20 on this.
It's not a strong
It's got to be
start.
worth more, surely. Looking for 22. At 22, looking for 22.
not
At
less
22
than
in the
the
room.
sewing
At
machine.
22 in the room. Thank you. At 22 in the room now. At 22, looking for 25 elsewhere. At £22 because you haven't included the drain pipes. At £22, then it'll be short. That's going once, twice. Selling at £22 then to the room.
Oh, me and my mouth. Oh, well.
No cast iron guarantees in this game.
You nearly gave yourself a double hernia for that.
Nigel's bit of tree next. His sycamore pot.
OK, he'll start me off with this £40, 40 I've got now, looking for £42.
Oh, yeah.
At 40
Profit.
with me now, at £40, looking for 42. 2 on the net now. At 42, running on the net now, 42, looking for 45.
In the room,
At
45.
Selling at £42 then.
Fine. Oh.
Is that a profit or a loss?
I think it's a profit.
It's
Do you think?
Profit, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
And not a bad little profit at that. Good spot, Nigel.
We're just
Yeah,
cruising
level
along.
pegging.
We're waiting for the big...
Yeah. Is that after tax?
The wedding cup next. Natasha was a bit nervous about this one.
At £20, we're going to going at 20, 20 I have, 20 here, looking for 22. With you, madam, at 22, bidding in the room, thank you, at 22, 25, and 28, madam, would you like to go? 28 in the room, and 30, sir, at 30. Pretty little thing, 32 on the net as well, and 35, sir? At 35, sitting in the chair, 35.
So you've got bidders in the room, you've got bidders online.
On the net
Amazing.
now, and looking for £40.
You've just got to give up the acting and get into the
Get into
antiques.
antiques,
A
yeah.
lot of people have been saying that for years.
At £38 on the net, going once, twice, and selling at £38 to the net.
We did think it was a wee bit risky.
Yeah, not the happily ever after you were looking for.
Well, you know, we've not quite made enough money to maybe fund a wedding, but certainly to buy a nice wedding gift.
Oh, yeah. I think you've done
Well,
brilliant.
maybe enough for a cheap flight to Torremolinos or something.
Nigel and Christina's ecclesiastic oil lamps now. Will they shine?
And starting bidding at £20, looking for 22 now. And 2 with you, madam, sitting down in the chair.
They look nicer on the telly than in real life, I have to say.
So do we.
22 with you, madam, in the room, looking for 25 now. And 5 on the net now, thank you.
I think that bird's bidding.
Would you like to go? At £28 in the room at 28. Look at the 30 now. 28 with you.
These are survivors.
I'm making a loss here.
£28 then to the room.
Everything that you did with the singer sewing machine has now just been wiped out.
The singer sewing machine's looking like brilliant. Like a brilliant idea.
Oh dear, their first loss. It's gone a bit gloomy.
We'll get it back, don't worry.
That's the spirit. Now, David and Natasha's sweet bit of folk art.
Here we go.
Moneybox Live.
Let's hear it for the donkey.
Who'll start bidding on that, ladies and gentlemen, at 20. At £20 we have now, looking for 22. At 22, let's hope we got up here now, and 2 and 5 and 8. And looking for £30. Looking for 30 now.
I'll wait.
30 on the net now we have. At £30 on the net at 30, and looking for 32. And 2 on the net. At 32 on the net, looking for 35 now.
Oh.
Looking for 35. 32 bid enough.
Someone's in at 32.
5 at 35 and looking for 38 now. At 38, at 35.
Okay, we're in trouble. Nigel might have to leave.
Selling at 38. At £38.
Bravo.
And that, David, is how you get the dosh out.
We made some money.
Yeah.
Time for Christina's bit of bling now. And yes, Nigel, Ormolu is a word.
It's a very nice looking thing. Plenty of bang for your buck there. It's lovely, and it's flanked by 2 youthful cherubs. A bit like David and Nigel. Okay, shall we start the bidding on that?
smoothie.
Who'd like to start the bidding at £50? Looking for £50 on that. Have I got 50 in the room on the net? We're looking for £50 on that. Looking for 50 on the net at £50. Thank you.
It's on the net.
50
Thank
we
God
have.
my agent's
looking
watching.
for 55 elsewhere. 50 on the net. Thank you. Selling at 50 once, twice at £50. Then are we sure? And sold to the net. Thank you.
Well, it's a wee bit of a profit.
Sad.
Wow, that should have done better.
Yeah.
It's that big lump of Italian glass next.
Who'll start the bidding on this, ladies and gentlemen? At £30. Looking for £30 in the room, on straight away at £30, and on the net as well at 32 needs to be. At 35, 38, madam, would you like to go? 38 and looking for 40 and 2.
She likes it, she likes it.
And 5, we're looking for 50. 50 and 5.
10.
60,
Move up in 10.
55 on the net.
20.
Looking for £60 or 60 in the room, then 60 and 5. And 70, sir, and 70 and 5. And 80, sir, and 80 and 5, madam. 85 and 90, sir.
great.
90, would you like? 90, thank you. And 5, madam. 95. 95. 110. £100. At £100 in the room and giving fair warning, are we sure? Selling for the lovely Murano glass.
Fantastic, you guys. Well
£100, are we
Brilliant.
done? And sold.
Oh, no.
That's more like it. Bravissimo.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It is, isn't it?
Nigel and Christina's last lot now. Don't put your feet up just yet.
Got to be worth £30. In the room or at home, it's vintage at £30. Looking for £30. With you, madam, at £30. I know you're a red wine drinker. At £30, madam. 30 in the room, the 30. Looking for 32 elsewhere. At 30 in the room, anyone want to go 32? We've got 30 bid in the room. Must
only
be
flying off the shelf.
At 30 bid in the room, looking for 32. At 30 with you, madam. All
Come on, Goutstill.
At £30.
You can do it.
Adjustable. Looking for 32. At £30, then are we going to sell it? At £30 only, are we sure? At £30, enjoy the red wine too. Sold to you, madam.
Ouch. That's a bit of a pain.
In the room.
Oh, you've been unlucky there.
Yeah.
21.
It's the story of our sale, isn't it? Oh, Nigel.
Not one.
I don't want. I can't talk about it.
Right, last up is David's dragon. Has he added star quality or simply defaced a lovely bit of terracotta?
And we're going to start off on this with commission bids on this at £140 with me. At 140,
that's
at 140. Looking for £150 at 140 with me. 150. Looking for 160 now. 160 in the room. 160. 170. 170. 180, sir. 180 in the room at £180. 180 or on the net. 180. 190, sir. 190 in the room. 190.
There we go.
And 200.
Even
sir,
the
would you like to
parrot's
go?
interested.
Behind the camera.
Yeah.
At 190 we've got. At 190 in the room with you, sir. At 190. And looking for 200 at 190 in the room and 200 here and 20, sir. Would you like to go? 220 at 220 in the room. At 220 in the room, bidding at £220. David might be kind to you, sir. At looking to 240 now. Looking for 240 at £220. I'm going to give fair and final warning. At £220 once. At £220 twice. Selling at £220.
Well, if that's not the mother of dragons, I don't know what is. Well done, David.
Thank goodness for Lord Walder Frey.
Yeah. Not everybody says that. But fantastic time.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
I think we know who's won, but let me tell you the gory details. Nigel and Christina set off valiantly with £400, but after auction costs, they made a loss, ending up with £346 and 4pence. David and Natasha started out with the same amount, but after sale and fees, they pulled off a profit. So they are the victors with £487 and 76pence. All profits go to children in need.
Well, that was fantastic. Well done, Dave.
Well done you folks.
Antique sleuth.
And,
Well done, everyone.
thank you, Tash. That was absolutely brilliant.
This is goodbye.
This is... Oh. No, well, it won't. It's arrivederci, I hope.
Come on, superstar. Let's roll. Bye-bye, thank you.
Typical actors, always making a grand exit.
Well,
That was a blast.
that was really good. That was just flown by.
It has.
I'd like to do that all again. I really would.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I'd like to.
Liar. Cheerio then.